Down. China launches warships to intercept U.S. destroyer. China has dispatched warships and fighter planes in a furious bid to warn off as U.S. destroyers stalking disputed waters. Beijing has repeatedly clashed with Washington over waters and islands in the South China Sea which Chinese President Xi Jinping claimed belong to People's Republic. U.S. forces regularly dispatch warships to carry out freedom of navigation patrols in the tense region. China accused the U.S. of stirring up trouble in the disputed waters as it dispatched its military to intercept the USS Stetham. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Liu Kong said the ships and planes had been sent to warn off the missile destroyer. The destroyer came within 12 miles of Triton Island, which is claimed by China much to the fury of Beijing. U.S. Pacific Command head honcho Admiral Harry Harris accused the People's Republic of eroding the rules-based international order. China blasted the U.S., as Liu said the patrol violated Chinese law and relevant international law, infringed upon China's sovereignty, and disrupted the peace, security, and order of the relevant waters. He said, China dispatched military vessels and fighter planes in response to warn off the U.S. vessel. The Chinese side is dissatisfied with, and opposed to, the relevant behavior of the U.S. side. China has been reinforcing the South China Sea with man-made islands bristling with firepower and airfields. Relations between the U.S. and China had been improving as the superpowers took a seemingly united line on North Korea. LT. Commander Matt Knight said the U.S. fleet will conduct patrols as we have done in the past, and will continue to do in the future.
Speaker of Iran's parliament visited Seoul this week for the second Eurasian speakers meeting and bilateral talks with South Korea's senior lawmakers. Ali Larijani also held talks with top Korean officials which revolved around the expansion of Tehran-Seoul relations. At a news conference, Larijani was asked for advice for South Korea with its president Moon Jae-in scheduled to meet with U.S. President Donald Trump.
I have no special recommendation for this meeting, and of course we expect the United States to act based on international law. We have passed the era in which they were dictating to other countries. They should consider that countries want to be independent. It does not serve the U.S. interest that they are changing their policies so swiftly.
On the sidelines of the Eurasian speakers meeting, Larijani held bilateral meetings with the parliament leaders from Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Pakistan, and the Czech Republic, seeking to coordinate policy among regional legislatures. Iranian experts in South Korea believe interstate legislative coordination can bring dividends, and outlined the agendas covered by Larijani in talks with his counterparts in Seoul.
They were discussing a lot of the relation improvement aspects, like they are going to conduct a direct flight between Iran and Korea, and also they were talking about simplifying visa issuance between those two. Both parties have shown their interest to improve the relation between the two states.
Iran and South Korea have seen their ties grow in recent years, particularly in the energy, construction, banking, and education sectors. Iran's parliament speaker Ali Larijani's visit to South Korea further strengthened mutual ties between the two states. Iran's top parliamentarian at the same time sought to encourage South and North Korea to engage in dialogue to resolve years-long disputes.